everyone, and welcome to Shelby on Safari. Today, we are going into the world of Pokemon thanks to Arkadiy and Michelle Have the Munchies request to focus on one particular Pokemon that is notorious for their singing ability. They have made their way around the world, in particular, have found their way to the Isle of Armor in the latest Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pack. In fact, I came across them the other day, floating in the trees, which kind of surprised me. So Arkadiy and Michelle asked, what real-world animal is like Jigglypuff? The results may surprise you. So grab your microphones and your good singing voices, and let's get started. And today I'm lucky enough to be joined by Kiana, my little fluff ball. Jigglypuff, the balloon Pokemon. First introduced in Generation 1 as a pure normal type, but over the years it is now a normal and fairy type Pokemon. Jigglypuff evolves from Igglypuff when you have high friendship and level up. However, for a Jigglypuff to evolve to a Wigglytuff, you need a moonstone. And Kiana's named after the Hawaiian moon goddess. Oh, I didn't plan that, but that's good. Why is it called the balloon type Pokemon? Well, its body is filled with air. That means Jigglypuff can deflate until it's flat. It makes me think of Super Smash Bros. When Jigglypuff can inhale even more and then float. Jigglypuff's abilities include Cute Charm or Competitive. Cute Charm makes sense because their big eyes can be used to mesmerize their opponents. And if you're familiar with the anime, you'll know there's one particular Jigglypuff that is notorious with a microphone. Or should I say, a marker hidden within a microphone. This Jigglypuff loves to perform, but it doesn't quite realize that the song that it sings is actually a lullaby that puts people to sleep. And unfortunately, Jigglypuff can get quite offended when they accidentally put their audience to sleep. This Jigglypuff uses its marker that's hidden within a microphone to draw on its audience's face, which can be quite entertaining. After the Johto region, Jigglypuff rarely appeared, but it was quite the sight for sore eyes when Jigglypuff made its way to the Alola region, hopping on the same plane as Ash and his classmates. There, this Jigglypuff enjoyed the beautiful island life before joining Ash on the same plane as he returned to Kanto. And of course, Jigglypuff made a cameo in the Detective Pikachu movie. In fact, one of them was singing at the bar where Tim Goodman and Detective Pikachu went for leads. That was some cameo. Might I introduce the Galago, or Bushbaby. In particular, we will be focusing on the lesser Bushbaby. As you can see by the picture, their eyes are rather big, just like Jigglypuff's. Also known as the Senegal Bushbaby, they live south of the Sahara on the continent of Africa. These small, big-eyed primates spend most of their life in trees. They are also known as nagapais, which means night monkeys in Afrikaans, as all bushbabies are considered nocturnal. Their big eyes help them see in low light, which explains why they're mostly nocturnal. They don't just have big eyes either. They have large ears that are not only collapsible, but can rotate independently of each other like radar dishes to help listen in for prey that is hiding in the dark. They are omnivores, meaning they eat both plants and animals. You're such a good helper. Can you do your Jigglypuff impression? Let's first look at the eyes of both the lesser Bushbaby and Jigglypuff. Bushbabies have a special reflective layer at the back of their retina, or the light receiving part of their eye. This lets them see in extremely dim light, which comes in handy if you're nocturnal. This mirror-like layer also makes their eyes shine in the dark, kind of like a cat's eye. The lesser Bushbaby's eyes can't maneuver in their sockets, so that means they have to turn their entire head. And as we mentioned, Jigglypuff uses their big blue eyes, or green eyes if they're shiny, to mesmerize their opponents. So Bushbabies spend most of their life in trees, whereas Jigglypuff in the Sword and Shield expansion tends to hang out in the Fields of Honor, floating up in the trees as well, which is interesting. This whole overworld Pokemon thing is both exciting and also a bit nerve-wracking. Oh my gosh, speaking of which, in the main game, on the island of Outrage, in certain weather conditions, Noivern can be floating around, hanging out in the overworld, but then it chases you down if you get too close to it. It's scary, so watch out. And while Jigglypuff can float about, the Bushbaby is an incredible jumping primate. Even though they are small in size, they can leap up to 7 feet because of specialized ankle joints. So now for the big connection between Jigglypuff and the lesser Bushbaby, all comes down to one thing: the voice. The lesser Bushbaby has up to 18 distinct vocalizations. In fact, some people think they get the name Bushbaby because of these distinct cries. And also their cute, small appearance.
Hello, Fluffers. Do you want to come up and say hi?
Here she is. Talk about big eyes. Jigglypuffs have an impressive lung capacity, and they use it to their full advantage. Jigglypuff will inflate its lungs and begin to sing a soothing and mysterious lullaby. This lullaby causes anyone who hears it to start to get drowsy. Not the Pokemon drowsy, but like sleepy. If the opponent somehow doesn't fall asleep, Jigglypuff will risk its own life by continuing to sing until it runs out of air. Talk about stubborn. According to Bulbapedia, Jigglypuff is able to adjust the wavelength of its voice to match the brain waves of someone in a deep sleep. This helps keep them asleep. Jigglypuff's vocal range can exceed 12 octaves. However, kind of like humans, the skill depends on each individual. There also appears to be regional forms of the song that Jigglypuff sings. As many Galago species, or Bushbabies, look so similar, scientists often have to use the vocalizations to help distinguish between the species. And probably the most interesting fact about the Bushbaby is that they kind of have 2 tongues. Beneath their main tongue is a piece of cartilaginous flesh that is believed to be used for grooming. So both Jigglypuff and the lesser Bushbaby are small in stature, but rather fierce when it comes to leaping, vocalizing, and just being plain adorable. Leave a thumbs up if you like the song of Jigglypuff, or at least you might not have heard it because you fell asleep. And let me know in the comments below which Pokemon or animal you want to see featured next. And if you haven't already, click to subscribe and hit that bell button. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you later. Bye!